There was also like a sex scene in this film. Woof! Boy! Welcome to Agents of Screen, the first and only place to come to for movie reviews live at the cinema. I am your boy Miles, and this is my movie review, spoiler free, of Queen and Slim. This film came out in November 2019 over in the States, but frustratingly, we had to wait until January the 31st in the UK for this film. Luckily, courtesy of Bounce Cinema, I was able to get access to an early screening of the film, and I had a great time. Speaking of which, that was on the 26th, which was Sunday just gone, which happened to be my birthday. And right after the screening, we found out the tragic news of the passing of a legend, Kobe Bryant, which genuinely shocked me to my core. Unbelievable. All till now, I still can't believe it. So before we get into the review, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to Gigi Bryant. Rest in peace to everyone who lost their life in that horrible, tragic accident. Thoughts with their families. Of course, when I started watching basketball, I was trying to decide which team to support. Just because of Kobe, that's why I started watching the Lakers. So I honestly can't believe it. What a hero, what an inspiration, what an icon. He will be sorely missed from everyone, including myself, and from Agents of Screen. But as I said, rest in peace to both Kobe and Gigi Bryant and everyone else that lost their life. Rest in peace to all our loved ones that we've lost over the years. But in honor of their memories, we have to persevere, we have to strive for greatness. And in the words of another great man, the marathon continues. So here we are, Queen and Slim non-spoiler review. Bro, every time I see like a picture of Kobe, a new post or something, I just can't believe it. But anyways, let's get to the review. Queen and Slim is about a couple that go on their first Tinder date ever, and on the way home from that Tinder date, a police officer pulls them over for what's supposed to be a routine traffic stop. But things escalate and take a turn for the worst after they end up killing the police officer in self-defense and are forced to go on a run. This film is starring Daniel Kaluuya and Jodie Turner-Smith, written by Lena, Waithe, and is directed by Melina Matsoukas. I'm gonna let you know what I liked, what I didn't like, and I'm gonna give you my score out of 10 and recommendation if you should see this film or not. So let's start with what I liked about this film. The film was beautifully shot. The cinematography was A1. You know, in some films when they don't know how to shoot black people and the lighting is a bit off, it makes their skin look weird or make them look darker than they should be, or it just makes them look off. But this, it just made their melanin and their skin just look golden brown. They were just glowing on screen. And each scene, if you were to honestly like freeze frame any scene in the entire movie, it would just look like a photograph that you would see in an exhibit. Honestly, it was like the background of this director is in music videos. This is her first feature film. This is her first film that she's ever directed before she's done like music videos, and it shows because it was just amazing to watch. It was like just watching like a long Solange or Ari Lennox video. That's how gorgeous it was. I also thought that the two lead characters, Queen and Slim, who are played by Daniel Kaluuya and Jodie Turner-Smith, I thought they both done a fantastic job. Daniel Kaluuya, he's very interesting in terms of the type. Since he's come to prominence in Get Out, Black Panther, etc., he chooses very interesting roles. So I've been a fan of him. I can't wait to see all the projects that he does. And Jodie Turner-Smith, I didn't know that she was English. She done a fantastic job with the accent. She's a British actress. I'm also excited to see what else she does, because like I said, tying back to the cinematography, the way how they shot her, she just looked like a queen, quite frankly. She looked amazing. And speaking of which, I was fully invested in their characters. Fully invested in the story, fully invested in their characters, to the point where the climax of the film, I won't say what it is, but it definitely touched me. This is the first film of the year that made me cry. Like honestly, there was a scene in this film, I can't say what it is, or rather there's a line in this film from Slim's character to Queen's character. And when he said it, it hit me like a shot in the chest. You know, like in anime when they find out something unexpected and they're like like it hit me. it touched me. The feels were there. They were there. They penetrated the heart. Speaking of penetration, there was also like a sex scene in this film. Woof! Boy! Boy! Trust. Boy, that's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm gonna say on that matter. Boy, after seeing that scene, I was tempted to send a cheeky text, but then I didn't because I have no one to send that text to.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
What I also enjoyed was the soundtrack. The soundtrack was fire. There were scenes in the film like with the transition from one location to the next, or just scoring the film in general. There was a few bops in there, there was a few bangers in there. Yeah, this is definitely the best soundtrack I've heard in a very long time. Not just songs that we know, but songs that we don't even know that perfectly conveys whatever emotion they're trying to show in that scene. It was honestly like hypnotic at times, like tying back to what I said about the investment. It kind of just enveloped me in the world that they were in. And I know I spoke about the main characters, but another character I also like is played by an actor called Bokeem Woodbine. He played Uncle Earl in this film, and he was also excellent. I feel he's an underrated actor. He's one of those actors that he has a very familiar face, but you just don't know his name. But he's been in bare movies. He's been in bare movies, and I don't think he's been given his flowers. I've never seen him. I've seen him in music videos. I've seen him in films, bare films. He doesn't get rated enough, so he was excellent in this film. Provided some comic relief at times. Great character. Shout out to him. I also felt that this film kind of accurately, without going like OTT with it, it kind of accurately displayed in a subtle manner that being black is, especially in America, can be a traumatic thing, and it's a very stressful thing. And what I mean when I say that is that I feel like being black is trying to remain normal in extremely traumatic conditions. And there's a scene in this film, it's in the trailer, so this is not spoilers. This is right at the beginning of the film. Obviously they get pulled over by a police officer, and you have two kind of point of views of how to deal with the police. You have one person who is just trying to remain quiet, not do the right thing, do whatever the policeman is saying just in hope of getting away quicker. And then you have someone else who is like, okay, hold on, you shouldn't be doing that, okay. You need a search warrant for that, okay. But then the first person is getting angry at the second person for doing that when, even though it's understandable, imagine where the state of affairs is such that it's frowned upon for black people when dealing with the police to try and do the right thing. If you're seen as trying to do the right thing, or even trying to make them do their job by the letter of the law, it seems like you're being antagonistic, which is ridiculous. That's what I mean, if I hope I articulated that well enough. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward to things I didn't like as much. The title of the film is Queen and Slim, but throughout the whole duration of the movie, the characters aren't referred to as Queen and Slim. It was a kind of like, okay, what's the point of the movie being called Queen and Slim, if that makes sense, if they're not even referred to. But then I suppose maybe their names aren't important in a story. That could be argued. And I suppose it's a testament to the writing that you are invested in characters that you don't know their names. And the only reason you know their names is because of the title of the movie. Another thing I didn't really like, even though as I said, I was invested in the characters, I felt like Queen's character was more developed and fleshed out, and you got to find out like some of our backstory, some of our family history, etc. But with Slim, you don't really get to find out anything at all. You get to find out a couple stories here and there that he tells that are maybe like 2 minutes long, but apart from that you don't get to know anything at all, which I thought was a shame because I wanted to know, I wanted to know. Another thing for me, I felt like when the movie was over, I didn't necessarily understand what the overall point of the movie was, what the overall message of the movie was. It seemed more like an amalgamation of various ideas and pieces of symbolism that they wanted just to put in some type of medium without like a one overall theme that they were going for. Also, and this is not a dislike, I feel like because of how the trailer was and how it's been set up, it's been looked at as like a Bonnie and Clyde thing, but it's not that at all. It's more of a love story than any type of like crime escapade, so you have to be wary of what your expectations are going into this film. Also, I don't really know how I feel about the ending as of yet. I'm leaning towards I don't like how it ended, however, I need to sleep on it. Which brings me on to my next point and my closing. You should most definitely see this film. I can't wait to see it again. I can't wait for other people to see it so we can have a conversation about it, the themes in the film, what happened, how did it make you feel. I can't wait for that. Which brings me into my score. You should most definitely go watch this film. I recommend that you go see it while it's in cinemas. It should be coming out on the 31st of January 2020 in the UK. I enjoyed how beautifully the movie was shot. I enjoyed the performances by Daniel Kaluuya and Jodie Turner-Smith. I enjoyed the soundtrack. I enjoyed the investment in the characters. It tore me apart emotionally at times. So that being said, I am going to give Queen and Slim an 8 out of 10. January has been a good month for movies. We've had Parasite, we've had Bad Boys for Life, we've had Queen and Slim. Bro, like, these are all contenders for me for best films of 2020, and we haven't even finished the first month of the year. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. And all the films I just said, we have reviews on our channel for all of those movies, so make sure and check that out. That being said, I have been your boy Miles. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like, share and subscribe from all of us at Agents of S.C.R.E.E.N. Until the next video, peace. Rest in peace Kobe, rest in peace Gigi, man.